Almighty push. So, you came.
Why?
So powerful.
Why does everybody else's tail power suck?
Why? How did it come to this? It hurts. It hurts. Somebody help me. I can't.
You're giving up over this? Are you sure you're my son?
Huh? The fourth Hokage?
Right. I set up the seal spell to appear within your psyche once you sprouted the eighth tail. Truth be told, I'd hoped it would never unravel this far. But then again, I was looking forward to meeting my son as a young man. So I guess it all evens out. You've grown up, Naruto.
Naruto. My name. How?
How? I'm the one who named you. You're my son, after all.
Your son?
You heard me. You're my son, Naruto.
Dad? You're the fourth Hokage's my... Dad?
You seem to have had a lot of trouble because I sealed the 9 tails in you. I'm sorry.
I always wanted to ask.
So you sealed the 9 tails in me before you died? That's a valid question. I thought he died, and then they trying to get the 9 tails, and he sealed it. Then they sealed it into his son on his request. But apparently he did it himself, so that's a weird thing.
Hmm?
Why? Why did you seal the 9 tails inside of me?
Well, no, he didn't own the 9 tails to begin with.
But didn't he have, wasn't he in Hokage with the 9 tails or the 8 tails, 7 tails?
No, none of the Hokage had the tails. They had to fight against the 9 tails.
So why did you...
There's a whole bunch of beasts with different tails. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and whatever. And the different villages sealed the tailed beasts within different people. So he had a choice as the Hokage who to seal it into, and he chose his son.
Isn't that some nepotism?
It is nepotism. It's gangsta. He's like, well, I don't know if my son's gonna be good, but he's at least gonna be really powerful.
So let him figure it out on his own, being an orphan and all.
Well, he put a little bit of his psyche inside of Naruto's head. So whenever he sprouts the 8th tail, because every time he gets mad and the 9 tail starts to come out, you can tell how much is out by how many tails come out. So he was on like tail number 3, and then he's fighting against somebody who's threatening the whole village. So he came out to tail number 8, and that's when the psyche jutsu sprung, and his dad started to talk to him.
So that's like the panic button, the safety switch.
Yeah, it was. But now they're having this awkward conversation in the middle of
Of a fight.
yeah, like a big fight for everybody's life. And it's like, oh, Dad, thanks for coming. Like, okay.
Things have been pretty rough carrying it around all these years.
Well, it's weird because Naruto, he's been set up, like I said before, to have all these great teachers. And knowing that going backwards, everybody figures it out. So the one-tailed beast guy, Gara, he had a fight with him. He's like, "Yeah, man, you've been privileged with a lot of great teachers. That's kind of interesting." And Naruto's like, "I never thought about it before." And it's like, "Yeah, of course, you're the Hokage's son. You're privileged. So you get to have all the great teachers while everybody else gets these crappy teachers, right? They're not really crappy, but they're middle of the road guys, you know?" Yeah, he went from just a regular kindergarten teacher to being paired with a guy who copies ninja techniques and can see every technique and teach him accordingly, to a legendary teacher. It's like, okay. And then he also then got transferred to a place in the top of a mountain where he's being taught by magical frogs who teach him how to draw chakra out of nature. So as he just stands around, he's absorbing chakra for a different mode entirely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's been a little blessed. Everybody else is just normal ass ninja walking around doing stuff. They all have special lineages too, but nobody cares. Some of these techniques people can learn without having the power of the nine tails in them, but it's like, meh. I'd like to learn how to draw chakra from the nature as well. Oh, you can do that? Okay, well, I guess we only need one ninja in the whole place to learn all the cool techniques. I'm sorry guys, I'm getting nerdy here. The Leaf Village had one other ninja that learned a bunch of cool techniques through experimentation. They kicked his ass out. No, they have one that aligns with snakes, like and he does experiments on dead ninja. So he was like stealing a bunch of dead ninja from the battlefield and doing experiments on them. There's one ninja in the village that has a whole bunch of extra powers because he was experimented on by this dude. So he's got genes of the first Hokage, the first leader in his body. So he can control the powers of wood and water. And he's all special, but, you know, he was experimented on. They don't appreciate that, so it's forbidden. Meanwhile, this dude who they kicked out of the village is pretty much immortal. Because he aligns with the snake, all he has to do is shed his skin. And he can also transfer his body into other people and then transform them into himself. So he has to find a
shapeshifter.
Yeah, well, a snake shifter. He doesn't shift into anything else.
He shifts into other people.
Well, he can make snake skin into other people's form, but then he'll rip the skin off. Like a mask. Anyway, he's like the Deus Ex Machina. Anytime he's about to die, he just figures a way out of it. And it's like, yeah, the whole village could have done with his knowledge, but I guess we're not going to do that now. Just kick him out. It's all about everybody dying so that we can forward the plot. When one of the guys is so badass that he never dies, he has weaknesses, but they're just easily overcome, then, oh, well, he's the bad guy. But then the good guy is like, we only got room for Naruto. He's the only one who can overcome everything. Anyone else that was powerful has to die eventually. Unfortunately, Kakashi's No,
Kakashi's son doesn't die.
he's not powerful. Kakashi,
All-seeing eye.
one eye, but he's not part of the Uchiha clan, so he doesn't have the strength that goes along with it. Every time he uses the eye, it drains his chakra. That's why he covers his eye all the time, because just looking out of it makes him weak. He's not like Sasuke or whatever his name.
Yeah, but Sasuke, he can fight.
Yeah, but he can turn his Sharingan on and off at will. So whenever he wants to use it, he just like turns it on. He doesn't have to burn up his chakra all the time. So Kakashi has the eye, but he's not a Uchiha member, so he doesn't have the genes for it. He's not special. He doesn't come from a lineage of Uzumaki clan where they're abnormally good with chakra, or the Uchiha clan that happen to be a clan full of geniuses that also have powerful chakra. The power of the eye that can do genjutsus and stuff that put people into like mental trances and shit. Yeah, they can totally use their eyeballs to hypnotize everybody into a different like state of mind. So you get caught up in their genjutsu, you don't know what the hell's going on. The one time Kakashi had to fight that Itachi Uchiha, Itachi genjutsu'd him and froze him on a on a cross and stabbed him like 100 times. And then when Guy Sensei came and saved him, he found out that he was only in a trance for like a minute and a half. And shit seemed like it was eternity. So those guys are pretty powerful. Of course, Sasuke doesn't really use that trick. He's not cool like his brother. But yeah, he gets like an eye upgrade every time you see him on TV. So I don't know. I mean, it is kind of irritating. Everybody's gifted with a special power, but apparently just the power of being an angry knucklehead gets you like an abnormally strong fire in the belly, as they say. Anyway. Sorry about that, guys. Had to nerd out for a second. There's very few times my wife actually gives a shit about what I talk about, so she's interested for a couple of seconds. I had to grab onto that. Anyway.
I sealed the Nine Tails chakra inside you because I trusted that you would master that power. I thought the power would save you when you were up against powerful opponents. I believed that you'd be able to overcome the worst enemies ever to attack the Hidden Leaf Village.
That's just selfish.
Yeah, it was. But since you're my son, I was sure you could do it.
The Hidden Leaf Village is gone.
I saw from inside your mind. I know about Jiraiya Sensei, too.
Pain is unbelievably tough. Tougher than any enemy I've fought before.
I know.
But I won't forgive him. He destroyed everything. Pervy Sage, the village. So,
I think Pain once felt just as you're feeling. And that resulted in this tragedy.
Huh?
Hatred can't be born from nothing. Fights begin when people try to save what's precious to them. When they lose those things, hatred takes over.
And Pain lost something too? And that made him what he is now?
That I don't know, but there is no hatred without a cause. In the end, being a ninja means fighting that hatred. Every ninja fights against it. Jiraiya-sensei bequeathed to you the quest for the solution that would end this hatred.
I mean, he put the that jutsu in Naruto's head, but was he just basically sitting there watching Naruto's whole life, or did his jutsu awaken right there at the end? Because he seems to know an abnormal amount. So was he just sitting there while Naruto's taking a shit and peeing in the toilet and stuff? Like, is he reliving? Like, you hear about parents living vicariously through their kids. This is taking it to the next level.
But I can't forgive Pain. I just can't.
Right.
Please tell me, what should I do?
You have to find that answer yourself, for even I don't know it.
I can't do that. How am I supposed to do that? Even Pervy Sage, even you, have no clue how. I'm not smart. I'm not a great ninja, and...
You'll find the answer. I believe in you.
You really think I can...
Well, it is the duty of a parent to unconditionally believe in their child. Now, it's time for me to go. My chakra's fading. I will rebuild the seal for the last time. The hidden leaf can rebuild. I'm counting on you.
Dad...
I'll always be on your side.
At least he didn't say inside you.
Do your best, Naruto.
Thanks, Dad. I'll try.
The Ninetales has disappeared? What the... This boy already mastered the Ninetales.
Now I start fighting for real! I'm gonna win no matter what!
I don't know where we're going. Oh, come on! How do you break out of that?
Too much power. pushed this far.
I'm the one who's gonna win. Here I come, Pain. Oh no.
Come on. Come on. Trying to get away from me, son. What the hell is all this? He just runs away. Come on and fight, Pain. It won't let me do power moves on him or nothing. That was ridiculous. I couldn't get a move on him. Really? Looks like all I got is the Rasengan, for real. Here we go. Oh.
Did I use too much? It's too late for that jutsu. You haven't a ghost of a chance now. Give up!
You give up!
What?
Give up trying to make me! Give up!
All right. Man, that was a pain in the butt.
How could he do this much?
Now I'm gonna meet the real you, the one controlling you.
Impressive. You figured it out.
It was the information Pervy Sage left.
The real one isn't here? What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I've no idea why he said it.
There isn't much we can do with so little to go on.
I didn't understand it when I first heard it, but... while I was fighting you, I felt a chakra, which was like someone watching me.
What? Okay, sure. Sure, that makes a lot of sense, sure.
You felt that?
I can sense nearby chakra in Sage mode. That's when I first realized what Pervy Sage meant by, the real one isn't here. I knew that there was a real you, doing the controlling.
Maybe that's what he meant by the preparations were complete. So he had to bring the real one closer so he can control the puppets.
That's an irritating power.
I already know where the real you is, too. I'll talk to you over there later.
Talking to the real me now won't change a thing.
I won't know that till I look you in the eye.
It's no use. You could never understand my pain. Never.